Good morning. I want you guys to keep this in mind. Whatever you feed will grow, and whatever you starve will die. God has revealed a few things to me pertaining to our flesh, and I want to share some of this with you all today. You know, our flesh still has demonic residue in it. Our flesh has demonic residue in it from when Adam and Eve cut up in the Garden of Eden, when they brought sin onto the earth, from when the devil tricked Eve into partaking of the forbidden fruit. When they brought sin into the earth, it left a demonic residue in our bloodline, and it spread throughout generations after generation through generation. Remember when I told you guys that demons leave a residue inside of us and it has to be cleaned? It has to be cleansed. You have to heal. That wound has to heal. Well, this is pretty much the same thing, which is why our flesh has to be starved out, and it has to, you have to kill off your flesh. You have to pull the toxins out of your flesh in order for you to be able to withstand a lot of the tricks of the enemy, and in order for you to be strong enough to not partake in certain sin, in order to be wise enough to defeat the enemy when it calls for it and resist certain temptation. And in order to do that, y'all, you have to break up with certain stuff. You have to break up with certain people. You got to break up with food in a lot of cases. You just have to break up with a lot of that stuff so that you can get the strength. You can build your strength to be able to withstand. You know, that's very important right now, especially in today's world where everything is becoming legitly, all the sins are being normalized. All sins are being normalized in today's society. Sin is being normalized, period. Guys, you got to break up with secular music. In a bunch of cases, you have to break up with certain TV shows, things that you used to watch. You can't relive and be the same person that you was a long time ago. If you were serious about your deliverance and you're serious about getting yourself together for you and your bloodline, this is very serious, then you have to be able to let go of certain stuff. You know, I don't know how much time it may take you, but I had made my mind up, and once I found out that it was hindering me, I let it go. This could be a temporary breakup, or it can be a forever type of breakup. It just depends on what it is, and it depends on if it's hindering you or not, if it's stopping you, if it's affecting you, if it's causing you to revert back to your old ways. And when it comes down to certain people, you have to break up and get rid of certain people if they are causing you to fall, if they are influencing you to do certain stuff that you're not supposed to be doing. You know, and a lot of times we can say, well, this person isn't influencing me, I got my own mind and this and that. But what a lot of people don't understand is that a lot of times it is in your subconscious mind, because with whoever you around, whoever you are giving your time to and investing in, those are the people that are influencing you the most. Whoever you are around, it feeds you the most. So whether you realize it or not, you're picking up their habits, whether they be good or bad. And I wish I knew this a long time ago. But evil communications does corrupt good manners. This thing is too serious for you to let people drag you to hell right along with them. Because you got people that want to do right, then you got people that ain't planning on doing right. You got people that want to live in sin. They don't care. They want to do what they want to do. You got people that is not studying God at all. You got people that are. You got people that are trying to figure it out. You got people that want to do right. And then there's you. What do you want to do? It's really up to you. But don't let another person be the reason for your downfall. If you fall, let you be the reason for your downfall, not another person, because you got people that want to practice sin. I've been told several times when I was trying to help people, don't you fall into what they got going on if they're trying to help them. And that's something that could be easy to do in most cases if you're not strong enough to do this. This is why certain positions is given to certain people, because of their ranking in the spirit and because of their strength in the spirit. They have built up their strength over the years to be able to do certain stuff. But at the same time, we are to dust off our feet when we see that certain people are not partaking or want to partake in what we have to show them, as far as with God, and as far as, you know, doing right, you know, out here, instead of doing all the things that the world does, mimicking the world. When it comes down to you breaking up with certain foods, sometimes that is forever, and a lot of times it's temporary. Because sometimes if you stop eating certain stuff, you can't go back to it until you fully have built strength in the area of nutrition. And I'm still building in that area, even though I eat pretty well, but I fell off not too long ago. I was eating hamburgers and stuff like that. Even Adam and Eve had food restrictions. They couldn't eat whatever they wanted to eat, and we can't eat whatever we want to eat. And they talking about bless this food and stuff. Certain stuff God is not finna bless. God don't bless everything. And you asking him to bless what he's asked you not to partake in. And this is kind of weird, but it's funny at the same time. But when I fell off and started eating them burgers and stuff like that, I was talking to my 4-year-old, and my children, they are pretty good children. The only complaint I've had is them being messy or whatever. And I'm like, y'all need to clean up after yourself better, this and that. And I was telling my 4-year-old, nobody likes a messy house, right? And so God, he directed my thoughts to what I had been eating lately. And I said, oh my goodness, okay. I hear you, Lord. I hear you loud and clear. Nobody likes a messy house. He was talking about my vessel, my flesh, and I had honestly not been eating the best. I had been eating like burgers, like I said, and ice cream and whatever, but I didn't go into pork and all. I don't want none of that stuff. So that's different. But I definitely took heed to God when he said that, and I'm like, okay, because it is part of a restriction whenever he puts us on certain diets, because he knows what it does to us individually. So he don't want us to eat that. Just like certain television shows, if you notice watching certain stuff it causes temptation in you, don't watch it. Don't watch it at all until you build up strength, or don't watch it at all, period. Some stuff you break up with forever, sometimes it's temporary, until you strengthen yourself up, until you get better understanding and grow in that area and build muscles in that area. Okay, power is built. There were certain things that I couldn't watch or listen to until I healed and grew my strength up. And that was the only time I could listen or watch certain things. Other than that, I was on a real strict diet while I was in the middle of my healing process. And a diet is not just food. I had to break up with certain people, break up with certain stuff, places, all of that, till I got myself together. See, God gives us a certain ranking in the spirit when we do what we're supposed to do. Once we build up our strength, power is built, y'all. It's built. And depending on what we show God as far as our strength goes, he'll push us up a notch, depending on where we are and depending on how well we're doing and all of that, y'all. It's just like building muscle. It's the same thing, but it's power in the spirit. God will give you that. And y'all, witchcraft poisons the bloodline. That's why you have so many people out here that's suffering from that. Probably something from their ancestors, something that their mom and dad was into. Sin poisons the bloodline. Sin, period, poisons the bloodline, which is why a lot of people are alcoholics, and they take after their mom or dad, because that's the same thing that was running through their bloodline from back when they parents was young, and they parents before that. A lot of times they say it's skipped and all of that, but a lot of times it don't. It be something else that's going on within the bloodline, and it does affect people's children. I told you guys this before. When a person puts a spell on somebody, I don't know what my mom and dad was into as far as that goes, but I'm pretty sure they probably did try some type of witchy stuff. Some people out here doing witchcraft because their parents used to do it. Ain't that something? Like I said, it was certain sins running through my bloodline that I didn't want to partake in and didn't partake in. So it actually, I wouldn't say it skipped me at all, because as soon as witchcraft came about, that's when a lot of the stuff came out in me. So that wasn't good at all. I found myself doing a lot of the things that my mom and dad was doing due to me being bound by demons, and that's what they wanted for me to do in the first place. That's what made the demons so mad, because I wasn't doing that stuff. But that's why I had to use something to throw me off and to get me out of my mind, to get me to do certain things that I would normally do. It is very much worth getting yourself together for your children, for your bloodline. If I was to fall off, like I've said before, it would probably ruin my children's life. My children would suffer because of decisions that I make, and it ain't just because of I made a decision to do this. It's because it's in the spiritual realm. It's in the bloodline. So if I be out here doing certain stuff, my daughter or my son could end up in the same thing, all due to something that I've gotten into. So yeah, y'all, this is very serious. You have to break up with certain stuff, let certain things go, get yourself together, and yeah, and grow in Christ. But yeah, y'all, I will talk to y'all later, and I love you guys. Bye.